What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Congrats if you made good money off of EMMY and BORK, and I hope that you guys took profits at our profit targets of 20 million on BORK and 2 million on EMMY. I took a lot of profits off of both. I have moved $5,000, about 5,000. It was a little less. It was like 4,700 or something into a Robinhood account, and I have the next play for you guys. I don't know if you guys are going to be interested. It's a two-part play. I'm going to get into that in a second. Smash that like button. Without further ado, we're going to dive into this right here. Now, EMMY, first to talk about EMMY. EMMY has nailed the 2 million mark. Remember, we had a $2 million price target, 2 million market cap price target. We took some good profits off. I'm still in EMMY with you. If you guys didn't get to sell, I'm still in EMMY with you guys. Remember I had 10 grand worth. I had 150 million tokens. I now have 85 million left. So what does that mean? I sold 65 million. I sold about 40% of my tokens are out now. As you know, guys, we took a 4x. This is a 4x up here. I recommended it first when it was down here to you guys. I was buying through this accumulation zone between 400 and 500K market cap. I brought it to you guys just under 600K. I brought it to you guys again at 800K. From the first time I brought it to you guys down here, we are still up 114% at the top. You guys are up 254%. So congrats to you if you took my EMMY recommendation, because in just 3 days you made a filthy, disgusting, huge bag. Okay, guys? And where was that bottom marker from? Probably higher than when I recommended it to you guys. You guys probably made bigger gains than that. Anyway, BORK is also consolidating. As you guys know, I did tell you guys to take some profits. The other day I made a video about BORK. You guys were probably mad that I sounded bearish. I was not bearish. I was letting you guys know the whales were taking profit. And what were they doing? They were buying EMMY. And look at EMMY. EMMY did fantastic these past 3 days as BORK just came down. So hopefully you guys did take some profits from BORK back when it was at 18 mil, moved it into EMMY back when it was at 800K. Now you're up a whole bunch of money and you missed the dump on BORK. And now what can you do? You can convert some EMMY back into BORK because they're both on the same blockchain. It's easy. So this is ways that you could arbitrage to make extra tokens, and all you had to do was kind of take my pointer there when I was giving it to you guys. So with that being said, I'm still very bullish on both of these projects. EMMY, I don't know if this is where I'd take profits at. It's also not where I'd buy at. I'd buy closer to 1 million. I'd sell closer to 2 million. BORK is in buy territory. It can go lower, but 10 million, I mean, like, we were just at 20 million the other day. So if you didn't have enough BORK, maybe now is your chance to pick up more BORK. That's not financial advice, guys, but we are holding strong. 11,000 holders. The DEX score is good. The audits are good. The project is good. The social media marketing, everything is good. Meme coins got smashed a little bit lately. Trust me, I know. That's why EMMY was having a hard time right before it fixed its trend. I don't know what kind of trend we're even running here. This is some weird. I tried to draw all types of trend lines. I can't get any trend lines to match what this thing is doing. All I know is that whales are buying it and they're pushing the price up for us, and all of our original money is off the table. We took a 4x, we took almost half our tokens off. Now you know most of our original investment is off, okay, guys? But we're still in. I got about 10 grand worth still after I sold, okay, guys? So now getting into what we're doing here. Here's what I'm doing. I'm already up 14% on this thing. I bought a ton of AVAX this morning. AVAX is breaking out. Crypto Banter talked about this. AVAX yesterday shot all the way to 57. We got into AVAX this morning. We got in at like the lows of AVAX. What was it? Not there. 53, the low 53s. How do you get this thing off my screen here? Get back to this area right here. The low 53s, there it is. The low 53s earlier this morning. We got into this. As you know, EMMY topped out right here at like 2 a.m. This was at like 2:30 in the morning. We had AVAX right after that. Made a serious great buy point that we had right there on our AVAX position. Now we've gotten into AVAX for this next leg up. This thing should push to about 60, maybe $70. I'm expecting this thing to break the high that it just had here of 57 and head for 60, maybe 65, maybe $70. I know this is less degenerate of a play, but that's what you're supposed to do when you take big profits from a risky play like this. you put it into something that's probably safer. And so what I'm going to do here, what I've been doing here, is I'm going to ride a little bit of this pump on AVAX while I wait for Tesla stock. And I don't know if this is your cup of tea, but Tesla stock right now is reaching some lows right here. And on the Tesla stock report, we are expecting Tesla to do a double bottom here at 165. Right? So do your own research on this, because this is risky what we're about to do here. But when Tesla reaches this, we've all been waiting for this zone for a while. We've been waiting for it to hit this zone. When it hits this zone, the anticipated move here is that this thing should bounce off of this zone and head back up toward 192 or head to 204. Right, guys? We're going to bounce off this area, right? And bounce back up. Now, if it fails at this area, we're liquidating. We have a stop loss of like 10%. If it closes below 164, below this area, it's over. Okay, guys? But when we bottom pick this area, hopefully here today, that's when we're going to liquidate AVAX. We're going to hold this AVAX, let this thing pump. It's ripping. It wants to rip. Look at it. It was just at $55. We're about to rip. Let it make us hundreds of dollars. That'll get us extra call options. We're going to buy call options. So I got done recording the video and I realized I didn't show you guys what strike price to buy. So here's the little explanation. You click on the Tesla. You go down here to trade Tesla options. Right, guys? We're going to go pretty far out on these, right, guys? We're looking at about 6 months out. So what's right now? It's March. We're looking at September. If you guys wanted to go just a little bit more risky, you can go with August and do 5 months out. So you're looking at buy, call, August 16th, 156 days, and you want to scroll all the way up because these ones are trading at $1,100. You want to get ones for like, you know, I would recommend something like this. This is what we're probably looking at. And this is why you saw I had $5,000 in there. $5,000. Maybe if this takes a little bit longer, because like I said, these are going to be cheaper. We're not buying them for this price. Don't buy them now. When they get to 168 or 165 on Tesla, these options are going to be way cheaper, right? Okay, they're going to be like maybe 400 or 350 or something, not 520. That's why you don't want to buy them now. And while we're waiting for that to happen, AVAX can pump for us. And so our 4,700 that would have bought 9 calls right now, while these calls get cheaper, go down to maybe 350, and our AVAX pumps to like a crazy number. I don't know, goes to like 65, 70 bucks or something, 75 bucks. Now, instead of buying 9 calls, we can buy 20 calls. Do you see what I'm saying, guys? Because we rode the AVAX up while we waited for the Tesla, and because we had the AVAX in our Robinhood, it takes a couple of buttons to sell the AVAX and buy the Tesla on that wick down. That's why we're doing the Tesla play. Because Tesla is supposed to pump, and at the same time, it keeps the money accessible right here in Robinhood. There's not a lot of cryptos in Robinhood, guys. If you guys look at these ones, this is all that you get is this junk. Nobody likes this junk. Nobody holds this junk. I don't like any of this junk. And apologies to the guys that like Chainlink and Dogecoin and Cheeb. I made good money off of Dogecoin and Cheeb and ETH Classic. But I don't want to hold any of this stuff. No way. I held some Uniswap back before it broke $10. When it went back to like 11 bucks, I sold it. But that's what we're doing. AVAX is the only thing on here worth holding, guys. Other than if you're just going to hold like the basic stuff. Do you know what I mean? So, but that's what we're doing here. Back to the video. I don't know if it's going to be today. We might let this AVAX position run for a couple of hours. It might run for a couple of days. It depends what happens. If Tesla dumps and goes down to 165 today, or even around it, 167 even, I'll buy in at 167, right, guys? This whole area right here. Between the 167 and the 165, I'll buy, but I'll liquidate below 164, right? And not the wick down. It's when it looks like we're holding below 164, is especially below this area, 163.91. If we close below this area, it's over. It's over. Then we're getting out and maybe even taking puts, betting for it to go down. But this is how you guys diversify. So what are we doing today? We bought a little bit of BORK. Bought BORK yesterday around like, you know, like 9 million ish, 9.5 million ish. EMMY took some profits this morning in this candle around here above this zone. Remember this zone. Once we broke above this zone and I waited for this thing to kind of top out, once it started pulling back, that's when we started taking profits. We contributed to the candle pulling down right here. Now we're down here. This thing could go lower. I don't know what it's going to do. Like I said, it's not following TA. It's going to do what it wants to do. But the team is strong. The team knows what they're doing. They have good intentions. These whales are still holding. They haven't sold any, it doesn't look like. Really, you see them? It doesn't look like they've touched their positions, and these are big whales, reputable whales. So they're holding it, and that's why I'm still holding. That's why I only sold 40%. All my money's out. I'm just going to rest with that position. I've got two big plays now, right? I've got my EMMY play with all my gaming coins and all the different things that I'm doing, the airdrops with Celestia and all that stuff. You guys know about all that stuff. And then I'm doing this. I'm riding the AVAX train to $60 or $70 or $80. The price target for AVAX is like $95, guys. That's where we intend for AVAX to go from here, guys, okay? And I hope that you guys can see all this. My face isn't in the way or anything. But yeah, I'm not saying that I'm going to hold it till it gets there, but imagine if AVAX, if Tesla takes so long to get to the 165 zone, or if it even doesn't at all. Then we're just holding the AVAX, waiting for the AVAX to appreciate in value, and eventually at the end of this, we're gonna have like $8,000 or $9,000 in here. We'll make $3,000 or $4,000 worth the AVAX, and AVAX is a good token. Like if I got stuck holding this at whatever price 53 I bought in at, it's fine. AVAX long term is going above that. That's my risk, right? But I will not buy Tesla above 170. It's got to go below 170, preferably 168, 167, maybe down to 165. But maybe that'll happen today. Maybe that wick down will happen today. So that's why I moved money from EMMY. I took the money, I took my SOL, I put it in binance.us, converted that over to AVAX, and then took the AVAX and put the AVAX into my Robinhood. That's what I did, in case you guys want to do something similar. But that's what I have for you guys today. That's what we're looking at. Like I said, do your own research. None of this is financial advice. Tesla doesn't have to bounce at 165. AVAX doesn't have to go to $90. And EMMY doesn't have to break this high. BORK can continue to go down. So I'm just a guy on the internet talking is all. So smash that like button and subscribe to the channel and you can hear more. Right, guys? Have an amazing day. Love you guys lots. Take care. And once again, congratulations on EMMY. Thank you guys so much for listening. Take care.